All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling the single biggest question in the professional world. How do you actually navigate the future of work with AI? We're going to cut through the hype, get past the fear, and look directly at the data to build a real actionable survival plan. Let's do this. It really all comes down to this one very personal question. Is AI going to take your job, or is it going to make you way better at it? It feels like the defining career question of our time. And the answer? Well, it's not a simple yes or no. It's actually a choice. And today, we're going to find the clarity you need to make the right one. So, at first glance, the big forecast from the World Economic Forum looks pretty reassuring, right? A net gain of 78 million jobs. But hang on, you got to look closer. That happy little number on top, it's hiding some incredible turbulence underneath. Yeah, 170 million new jobs, but at the cost of 92 million jobs getting wiped out. This isn't some gentle tide lifting all boats, it's a massive, disruptive churn. And that brings us right into our first section, the Great Skills Reset. This is where we pull back the curtain and look at the brutal reality that's hiding behind those big, optimistic headlines. Okay, this is the number that should really get your attention. 39%. That's the percentage of the core skills you have right now that are projected to become obsolete in just the next few years. Just let that sink in for a second. Almost half of the professional value you bring to the table today is on a collision course with irrelevance. And this isn't some abstract thing that might happen in the future. This chart shows us what's happening on the ground, right now, in the heart of the tech industry. Between 2023 and 2025, the number of classic programmer jobs actually fell by over 27%. At the exact same time, job postings for AI-specific roles just surged by 89%. You see, this isn't just job destruction, it's a rapid, almost violent job replacement. The tech giants are leading the charge, and these numbers are just stark. Amazon, 14,000 jobs gone. Microsoft, 15,000. And check out IBM and Salesforce. They're not even hiding it. IBM didn't just lay off 8,000 people in HR, it literally replaced them with an AI. Salesforce is now having AI handle half of its customer support, which let them slash their headcount. This is the reality on the ground. And hey, if you're thinking, oh, that's just for entry-level folks or support staff, well, think again. That layer of management that everyone always thought was safe, it is under serious pressure. In 2023, a full one-third of all layoffs were middle managers. The message from the top is getting crystal clear. Flatten the organization and empower your teams with AI. For anyone just starting out, the warning is even more severe. The CEO of AI leader Anthropic, Dario Amodei, predicts AI could just wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs. But you know what his most chilling comment was? Most lawmakers are unaware that this is about to happen. The people in charge might not even see the tidal wave that's about to hit. Okay, so that was the scale of the challenge. I know, it's a lot. But now let's pivot to the solution. And that brings us to our next section, human plus AI competencies, because the data shows two really clear paths forward, not just to survive, but to actually thrive in this new world. So the first path is to double down on the skills that make you uniquely human. MIT Sloan came up with this amazing framework called EPOC, and it identifies 5 critical things AI just can't do. Empathy, making real connections. Presence, collaborating with people in the real world. Opinion and judgment, making those tough ethical calls. Real creativity, not just remixing patterns. And finally, hope and vision. It turns out, in the age of AI, our humanity is our biggest competitive advantage. And the second path? Well, this one's all about leaning directly into the technology. The market is sending a signal you just can't ignore, and it's written in dollar signs. I mean, look at these median salaries for AI roles. Machine learning engineers pulling in up to 200 grand. AI architects clearing $250,000. The demand for these skills is creating just incredible financial opportunity. And this number right here shows just how valuable those skills are. Across the whole job market, people who can prove they have AI skills now command a 56% wage premium over everyone else. And that premium is more than doubled in just the last year. This is one of the fastest growing salary gaps we have ever seen. So you might be wondering, okay, so what skills exactly? Well, the data from thousands of job postings gives us a super clear roadmap. Python is the absolute king. It's in over 70% of these roles. Knowing your way around the cloud, either AWS or Azure, is non-negotiable. And tools like Docker and TensorFlow, they're basically table stakes now. This right here is your technical curriculum. Now, this massive shift isn't just a challenge for you and me. It's a huge leadership crisis. In our next section, Leading the Transition reveals something really profound. For most companies, the hardest part of adopting AI has almost nothing to do with the technology itself. This slide completely flips the script. When AI projects fail, and a lot of them do, a staggering 70% of the time, the real problem is people and process. It's the culture, the strategy, the change management. Only 10% of the time is the tech the actual problem. It's a human challenge, not a machine challenge. This new reality is giving rise to a new leadership model that MIT Sloan calls the agentic enterprise. Now, it sounds kind of academic, but the idea is simple. You're not just giving your team a new piece of software, you're introducing a new non-human colleague. Leaders now have to learn how to manage these integrated teams of humans and AIs, and that requires a total rethinking of what management even is. And we've got the hard data to back this up. Companies that actually put money into change management, training their people, redesigning how they work, managing that cultural shift, they are 1.6 times more likely to see their AI projects completely blow past expectations. Investing in your people is the surest way to win with AI. Okay, so we've laid out the problem, we've looked at the big solutions, now let's make this super practical. Our final section is your career survival plan, a concrete step-by-step roadmap you can use to reinvent yourself for this new era. First things first, you have to believe that this is actually possible. It's not just a theory. I mean, look at these giants. Amazon poured over $1 billion into upskilling its own workforce and saw a 300% return on that investment. AT&T completely reinvented its labor force from the inside out and became #1 for career mobility. Reskilling really works. And it works for individuals too. 75%. That's how many graduates from Google's Career Certificate program reported a real positive career outcome, like a new job, a promotion, a raise, within just 6 months. This is proof that focused training delivers results, and fast. So here's your plan. Step 1, the next 90 days. Learn the basics of prompt engineering and start using an AI assistant like GitHub Copilot in your daily work. Step 2, months 3 to 6. Get a foundational cloud certification like AWS or Azure. And step 3, by the end of the year, earn an advanced AI certification and build a portfolio of projects that proves you can deliver real value with these tools. See? It's a clear, achievable path. And the reason for all this urgency is staring us right in the face on this timeline. The pace of change is accelerating like crazy. Just a couple of years ago, a technical skill had a shelf life of about 5 years. By 2026, skills and jobs like yours and mine will be changing 66% faster. Lifelong learning isn't just a nice idea anymore, it is the core skill for survival. And this all brings us to what might be the single most important quote of this entire transition, from NVIDIA's CEO Jensen Huang. You're not going to lose your job to AI, you're going to lose your job to someone who uses AI. His point is so clear. The threat was never the technology. The threat is, and always has been, doing nothing. And that leaves us with one final thought, a question for you to take with you. The change is here. The roadmap is clear. The opportunities are massive. The only real question left is, are you prepared to be augmented?